How many times have you been working on a long term project, but you just couldn't find the right file? You know you put it in a particular folder, but it's not there. And now you're frustrated, you're mad, and now your wife's mad at you, your husband's mad at you, your kids are crying, you're hungry, it's time to take the dog out to take a shit. You know what I mean. In this lesson, what I'm going to do is break down project management. Yes, I know. It's not the sexiest thing. It's not the most exciting thing. But this is going to save you a ton of time and help you stay on track to completing your novel in a timely manner. My name is Keith Hayden. This is the first video of this course, Novel Craft Secrets, where I'm documenting my entire novel writing process to help you finish your novel in a timely manner. Now let's head over to the computer and let me show you some stuff. Let's go. Okay, here we are at the computer, and what you're seeing here is inside my project folder for my previous novel project, supernatural horror novel Gates of Okinawa. Now, what I'm going to show you here, quick disclaimer, you do not have to set up your file structure the way I do, but this is better than nothing. If you currently have nothing, if your file structure consists of the desktop scattershot to where you're just saving everything to your desktop and then hoping you find it later, then you're going to want to check this out and at least try my system. And if it doesn't work for you, then try something else. Or if you create your own system from this, I highly encourage you to do whatever works for you. But something is better than nothing. And this has been kind of my secret sauce over the past 3 novel projects, or really any project. It doesn't even have to be a full novel. It can be a novella. It can be just anything that's long term. It's going to take me probably more than a week. I set up one of these folders, and I've been doing the exact same way for the past 3 or 4 years now, and it really helps me stay organized. It helps me find things faster, especially as I get deeper and deeper into the project and I accumulate more files. So as you can see here, we're in the main folder, the Gates of Okinawa folder. That's the name. So just name your folder, whatever the working title of your project is. It doesn't matter. You can always go back and change it. But these are the main category of folders that I have, and I'm going to go through each one and explain what I've got inside and how I kind of organize things. The first one, I'll just start at the top, is audio. Now, you're like, Keith, we're writing a novel. Why do we have audio? Well, as a digital novelist, I like to include audio files. I like to make my own songs to go with my project. And then this is also where I'll put the audiobook files, where I'll put any sound bites, like me recording commentary about what I wrote. All of that goes into the audio folder. So we get into the audio folder. You can see I've got it organized that exact way. I've got audiobook, chapter commentary, dictation when I was experimenting with dictation, digital novelist podcast, that's my podcast. Episodes go in there. I've got the music that I just spoke of, and then I've got some AI recordings that I made. I was using doing a lot of Notebook LM, generating AI stuff. If you don't know what that is, don't worry about it. Maybe I'll do a video or a lesson on it later on. But these are the types of things that you can put in your audio folder. Highly recommend you have one if you don't, just in case. You can also put interviews that you do for different podcasts, or if you have a podcast, then put those interviews in there as well. Next one, we go to book covers. This one's obvious, but I like to separate book covers from images because book covers tend to be more important. And you may be asking, why are there so many fucking book covers? Well, if you decide to self-publish your book, you will see very quickly that book covers can be kind of a tricky business. Certain platforms want certain sizes. There's color requirements. There's technical requirements that you need to do. So I find when it comes to publishing, I iterate through a lot of different book covers. So I like to have these these separated to where I can easily find them. Let me switch to tile mode and you can kind of see. So you can see I've got the book cover for of course, the ebook is here. This is the ebook cover that I made. Uh, this is the print book cover. This is the probably one of the later ones that I made, one of the last ones that I actually published. And then I have other alternate book covers as well. I have the audio book here. I had one for the video novel, which I never actually put out, but you get the point. Anytime you're making something that you're going to be releasing, this is going to be forward facing. Other people are going to see this. And even if it's just a working copy, as you can see, I have the original image right here for this book cover. There's no text, nothing. This is just kind of the base image that I created, kind of a composite of a bunch of different pictures that I took when I was in Okinawa. I highly recommend that you keep this in your book covers folder because you never know where you're just like, maybe I want to start from scratch or whatever. Then you can start from the baseline. So that's book covers. Next is docs. This is probably your most important folder because this is where your manuscripts are going to live. Your actual, no kidding, this is going to be your working files. I've got the full book. Well, this is actually not the full book. That's the Amazon KDP. But the full book is right here. This is where I wrote the majority of my novel in this exact file. And I deleted a lot of different files because just like the book covers, when you get to the publishing part, you will see that you're going to iterate with this file a lot. You're going to be seeing this file. You are going to be so tired of this file by the end of your writing journey because you're just going to see it a lot. So this is the entire, as you can see, I've got the table of contents. Okay, this is the ebook because I've got the table of contents in here. The formatting's all screwed up because I'm doing this on, this is the ebook. But anyway, you want a separate folder for your documents. Anything that's just important. Notes can go in here. As you can see, I've got notes in here. I've got a document when I was still working on the previous course that I was working on. Then I've got this is a KPF file. This is for Amazon KDP. I'll talk about, but don't worry about that format. I can talk a little bit more about that later on when it comes to the publishing of it. But you want a separate folder for your documents to have just ready. Images, pretty self-explanatory, but this is basically, I'll admit I'm a little bit lazy with this folder because this is just stuff that I used for social media. So I would put like snippets from I was doing these little chapter snippets where I'd take, I had this kind of stock background that I made from an AI image, and then I would put excerpts from the book in there. I was using this on social media. I did a meme in here. There's some pictures of chapters that I hand wrote in here. So anything that's an image, put it in here. Like I said, I've been a little bit lazy with this. Like if I really wanted to clean this up, I would go through all of these and put them in respective folders because, you see YouTube thumbnails, mock-up assets, chapter images. These are images that I made to put at the top of each chapter. So it just gets helpful because as you start marketing and advertising your novel, you're going to accumulate a lot of images. And especially now with AI, if you are using AI to create assets to share on social media or for a website or whatever, then you're going to create a lot of images potentially. And it always helps to save them for reference. You never know when you're going to want to go back. And what was that image I used back 2-3 months ago? It's in your image folder. And these are also graphics as well. So graphics, I made this last October. It's Halloween that month, obviously. So this is a good time to promote a supernatural horror novel. And so I did that, and this is saved in my images as well. So that's images. Next is photos. Photos sometimes I'll do with images, but um, these are more actual photos that I took that I used. These are my pictures. So you saw some photos in my images folder. Like I said, that was just laziness. If I was really going and doing this the way I really like to do it, then I would only have something for photos because, yeah, photos, you may want to treat them differently than just like random images. So as you can see, I took this picture and this is on the cover. And yeah, these are all pictures that I took. And last is videos. Videos is the this is going to be your largest folder just because the files are so big. But this is pretty obvious, but let me show you how I'd like to break these down. You see I have a folder for AI videos. These are videos that have either AI voiceover or they're AI generated. Well, none of them are AI generated videos actually. They're all videos that I made, but they have AI voiceovers in it. So that's AI videos. Editing, this is a series I did on editing. I have music videos that I did. This is from all the music from Gates of Okinawa. I did videos for each one, for each song that I created. Phone videos, these are videos that I made on my phone of just behind the scenes stuff. And promotional videos, these are shorter videos that most of these are like ads basically that I created for social media. And then September videos, like I said, I was a little bit lazy, especially towards the end where I was like, ah, fuck it, just put it in the folder. Um, but you'll want to go back because these are videos are so good to just, I mean, social media just kind of requires videos these days if you want to get seen. If you definitely want to get seen, I mean, you don't have to do videos, obviously, but I mean, good luck just posting text. And even just straight up images nowadays isn't as good. But um, highly recommend you do a videos folder for your project. And that's it for project management. I think I kept this, okay, it's a little bit over 10 minutes long. That's about on target. I hope this helps you organize your project because this is a step that many people overlook. And especially, I understand. You start a project and you're thinking about the project. You're thinking about your characters and your plot um, and your world. You're not thinking about file structure and and project management. You're not thinking of that. But I'm telling you, this is going to save you time just by doing these simple things. Having these 6 folders set up, you are going to save yourself so much time. You're going to be able to find what you need when you need it. You're going to be able to move faster through your workflow so that you can focus more on writing your novel instead of trying to find where you put your that video that you made one time or that image or that cover that you made. Don't do that. Just organize your stuff and be done with it. And last thing I'll say is I'm pretty good about files management in general. So a lot of people have massive download folders because we download a lot of stuff. We download images, we download PDFs, and it just builds up. Monthly, I go through my download folders and painstakingly organize each file into respective folders. And of course, within that are project their project files that I want into my project folder. I also do this with my videos folder. I do this with my screenshots folder. I do all this monthly. Why? Once again, it helps me find things. Because the last thing I want is a bloated, messy ass downloads folder that I can't find anything. And it's just a waste of time when I'm in the flow. And when you're in the flow, when you're like just writing and you're trying to advertise your novel and tell people about it and send stuff out and answer to emails and do all these other things, the last thing you want to do is spend time searching your downloads folder for files. Same goes for emails as well. I don't do emails monthly, but I try and go through them regularly so I know where things are, especially if they deal with my project. I hope this helps you get a little bit more organized, get a little bit more confidence, and I promise we are getting to the actual writing part of this course. I know these first 3 lessons have been kind of like, oh, what the fuck is he talking about? When are we going to actually start writing? It's coming soon. And thanks for sticking with me with this course. And I look forward to seeing you in the next lesson. Take care.